You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, in live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder Midwest Barbecue Equipment Sprint Car Series 360 Wingers tonight at Lernerville. It's about round number 10 of this series. No, it's not number 10. It's round number 8. Round number 8 of this series. They go back and forth. 410s one week, 360s the next. All the points count the same, so missing races only hurts you in the points. If you don't like a particular car on a particular track, skip that week. It'll only hurt you in the points. Got 15 drivers checked in, a little smaller number than we're used to, but Tonight was round 1 for the iRacing Pro Series on dirt, and they ran 410 sprint cars a little bit ago at Volusia. Only got to watch the first half before we had to come here, so no idea who won. Looked like Dylan Yeager was crushing it, so I have to go back and check the results afterwards. But the guys that are here are going to put on a great show. We've got a lot of the old familiar faces. Joseph Grandy, Josh Whiteman, Matt Grimm, Noah Bowman. I could have swore I saw Bowen Smith sighting, and I did. He popped in. So some of the regulars. We're missing a few of the standard guys. I don't see Trevor Royer, a couple of the other guys, but that is what it is. They'll make do. We're going to try to get that truck race from last night in. There was a major scoring snafu on that thing, and it may be difficult for us to figure out how to do anything with that, but we're going to try nonetheless. It was a good race at Phoenix until scoring got all jacked up. And that was an iRacing problem, so we'll see about that one. We've got this week, and then everybody is off next week with the whole week of Thanksgiving, so we will not have any programming for you all of next week. Just go to YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or anything. Just grab an old one and go watch an old one. If you're fixing for a little dirt racing or a little pavement racing, just go grab one of the old ones and watch it, especially one you haven't seen. Drivers are going to get back out here for a couple more minutes of practice, and then we'll get divvied up into heat races, and we're going to run it off. Everybody's going to the feature tonight. Nobody is going to miss out. Be sure you say hi in the chat like Deb King did. Hi back to her. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out. Like, share, and follow on the Facebook page. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo so you'll know each and every time that we go live. Yeah, we won't be back until December the 1st on Monday night. So, hard to believe the year is almost over. I mean, there's only about 47 days left. Just a couple of minutes left here. Less than that, actually. We'll get this show on the road, or on the dirt anyway. Had a couple of more. Driver Ross Corinta shows up. Pat Spangler is in here now. He's got about 18, so it's going to be a good field. A lot of top-notch drivers. Excuse me, that's the admin team. Yeah, what up? Yeah. If you guys are ready. Well, you just had a couple of guys show up, so. Yeah. Later. All right, that was Race Control calling me from down in the pits. Apparently they sent me a message that I failed to answer. I see it now. I didn't see it before. I always try to look because they like to send me one and ask if I'm ready to go. And, you know, most of the time I'm beyond ready to go. So let's get ready to get out here and let's look at our starting grid for heat number 1, going to be the 44 of Garrett Halsey. Rare sighting from the Majula Say Speed Shop driver in the series, but he will have pole position, and he will start next to the 73 of Larry Moody. Scott Thomason in the 8, and Tiny Dancer, the 118, Scott King, will be in the second row. Bowen Smith in the 12, and Noah Bowman. So Bowen and Bowman in that third row, the 12 and 24 cars. Brody Duscher in the 9, and Dean Reynolds in the 79 in row number 4, and Josh Whiteman is going to tag the back of heat number 1 in the 5 machine. So we'll have 2 9-car heat races. Everybody is going to transfer. Get them ready to roll off. Always interested to see what Mr. Reynolds is driving. This just looks like an old Sammy throwback to me. I mean, you got the engine turn letters. It's plain old black. There's the 88. Well, he's been the 44 in this series for a long time. Tonight, he will be in the 88 car, but Garrett Halsey. Some of these guys made the trip over, got out of the Pro Series race, and got in here. For this round. All right, we're going to get them ready to go. This time out of 4, that pace truck will jump off at the outside of turn 3. And our pole sitter will be charged with getting the field started right here in between turns 3 and 4. Halsey and Moody. And we're underway. Round number 10 for the Midwest Barbecue Equipment Sprint Car Series on Monday Night Thunder. Oh, man, almost contact. Bowen Smith almost got into Scott Thomason. Thomason fired it into 3 and 4 and then had to cut it down. That gives Halsey the opportunity to step front, and now contact between Bowen and Smith. This is a melee out the outside of turn number 2. It's not going to draw caution because everybody cleared the surface. Smith, Moody, both finished out of that deal. I think Bowen Smith and Scott Thomason got into it there, and it just was a chain reaction as we see Brody Deucer and Noah Bowman side by side for this 4th spot behind Tiny Dancer there. Scott King hanging on in 3rd. These two are going to go side by side. And off the top side, Deucer with the opportunity to grab that 4th spot away. If this was a normal night and you had to qualify your way in, he would be sitting in the final transfer spot in Heat 1 with 3 laps to go. As it is, this is just going to be for your starting spot on the inside row of tonight's feature. Larry Moody and Bowen Smith will be starting at the back of this thing tonight for 35 laps. 2 to go. It's all Halsey, Thomas and King, 2-3. There's your 4th place car and your 5th place car, the 9 of Deucer and the 24 of Bowman, Reynolds behind that. Whiteman and King having a moment as Scotty King is upside down on the white flag lap. Don't know what happened there. He crashed, but Halsey will pick up the heat race win. Thomason, Deucer, Bowman, Reynolds, and Whiteman. And let's go find out. Let's just go see what happened to the 118. He was running 3rd. This is with 2 to go, coming around to get the white. He goes up high. Oh, yeah, he dropped the right rear over the berm, and you can't do that there, sir. So, tough break for driver 118, but let's get a look at tonight's starting lineup for heat race number 2. The 15 of Michael Sheridan will have the pole with Joseph Grandy in the 518 on his outside. Richie Gaines in the 11 and his teammate Jay Schaff in the 3. They make up row 2. Patrick Spangler, the 39, and Wade Fields in one of, I'm not sure how many different numbers we're going to have on different cars already tonight, but it's a lot. It is the 1. It looks like the 1F for Fields. And then Ross Carrenta in the 10 and Matt Grimm in the 91. Matt Grimm, your reigning 410 sprint car champion at DSRL. And then the 1J at the back. That is Jacob Schmutz. You don't know how to, that's for sure. Scott King over on Facebook, and he's saying he can't have nice things. He definitely doesn't know how to. He had a nice thing. He had a 3rd place run going. He was going to start pretty close to the front for the feature, and then he just decided, nope, don't like it. You can see Schaff going way up wide, looking to see if there is some moisture in all those marbles up at the top of the racetrack. You don't want to get up there too hot, get the right rear over the edge. You saw what happened to Scott King. Well, from the beginning of turn 1 to the end of turn 4, there is no outside wall. And a mistake up there that high, well, it'll cost you. It'll cost you dearly. But we're underway for Heat 2. Cars around the bottom, cars around the top. Sheridan to the point. It ain't going to last long. Gaines is going to go for the lead slider. He led lap number 1 by half a car. Off of 2, up the backstretch, into 3 and 4 this time. Sheridan up high, slider from Gaines, and Gaines is going to lead that lap as well, but he didn't lead it very long after the start-finish line. Gaines is getting good power all out of the corners. The sliders are helping him. The crossovers are starting to work. Jay Schaffnell going to try to put a bookend and keep Sheridan locked in right there, but he couldn't get it done. As those two, the teammates, go in. Oh, we got a lot of contact. There goes a front wing. They're going to get hooked up. We should have a caution. We are not going to have a caution, but we should have a caution. That was just a whole lot of no give. A lot of take in that one. Schaff, Corinta, Spangler. He and Grimm and Spangler are going at it. Spangler have the best of it right now. Grimm's 4th. Gaines is 5th in a damaged car. He is quite a ways back. Sheridan Fields, Schmutz, and Grandy are all done. That's going to do it. Schaff wins it. Corinta, Grimm, Spangler, Gaines, then Sheridan Fields, Schmutz, and Grandy. And Grandy started up front. I don't know what happened to him. Started second. Fell out quickly. He only got about 3 laps in that heat race. So they'll move on. It'll be warm-up time. We'll wait and see what race control asks this time. We'll keep this a little closer so we can see. The guys are going to go out. They really need to work the track down a little bit. Get all 18 of them out there, get a few laps in, and then advance the session when they're ready to go. Several of them out on the track already. Reminder, tomorrow night, ERA. I want to say they should be back to mini stocks, but I don't know where. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. Let's see what we can find. They are dirt mini stocks at Lima Land. Tomorrow night, the Midwest Truck Series will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Wednesday night. That will be the remaining shows for the next 10, 11 days. Let's go see what they did to old Tiny Dancer's car here. They got her put back together. He's got another one of those duct tape wings. Ain't scared of that turn 4 berm, that's for sure. Ain't scared of the turn 1 and 2 berm either. He went right back at it. Right back to the top, trying not to cook it off and smack that fence. Never mind. Brody Duscher coming out of the pits had a contact there with Tiny Dancer. He can't have nice things. He just doesn't know how. It's Michael Sheridan. He got into a little bit of a scrape with guys in his heat earlier, but they got that thing righted and ready to go. It looks like he is going to be pretty quick. So that'll do it. Warm-up session coming to a close, and they will get ready for tonight's 35 lap A main. And we're going to line them up in this order right here. Garrett Halsey, Jay Schaff will be your front row. The 40, the 88, and the 3. The 8 is Scott Thompson, the 10 of Ross Carinta, row 2. Brody Duscher in the 9, Matt Grimm in the 91 in row number 3. Our fourth row will be the 24 of Noah Bowman and the 39 of Patrick Spangler. Dean Reynolds, the 79. Richie Gaines, the 11. They make up our fifth row. And then Josh Whiteman in the 5, Michael Sheridan in the 15 in row number 6. Scott King, the 118. Wade Fields, the 1F. They are row 7. Row 8 is Bowen Smith in the 12 and Jacob Schmutz in the 1J. And our final row will be the 73 of Larry Moody and Joseph Grandy in the 518. All 18 drivers look like they're going to make the call. And they're already starting to roll out. Couple of pace laps to get them up to speed or up to temperature, and then we're going to bring them up to speed when we drop that green flag here. 30 laps for our feature. I think I promised you folks that we'd have the points, and I forgot about that, so we'll make a note to bring them when we come back on the first. There'll be 4 races left when we come back that night to finish out 2025. Drivers will start looking forward to 2026. Right now, we got business on the table. 30 times around Lernerville Speedway. Who's it gonna be? Halsey on the throttle. And a good start for Garrett Halsey. He'll go down to the bottom. Good lead, but Schaff got a big run up the backstretch. I don't think he could get there. We're looking at Scott Thomas and Ross Carinta almost having contact getting into turn 1. Carinta off the high side will blow right by the 8 car. Patrick Spangler now trying to go high side. That door will get shut by Brody Duscher in the 9 as Duscher went inside to outside. Matt Grimm right around the grass on the inside of the track, trying to get around the 8 of Thomason, and he's not having any luck whatsoever. Now a little contact. This time, Grimm will clear. That opened the door for Richie Gaines up top. Gaines just couldn't squeeze by before the entry to turn 1. Now he'll be in a dogfight with Noah Bowman. Michael Sheridan is trying to get into this, and Dean Reynolds was trying to use the high side. There is action all over right here. This is a melee. That is what this has turned into. Now Thomason went to the high side, then dropped down to the middle. Sheridan by on the top. There were 3 wide getting into 1. Sheridan went out off the top of the track, found that big nasty out there. It's not going to be a caution because he's not on the racetrack. And Michael Sheridan, no luck at Lernerville tonight. Let's go up front because the front is starting to heat up. Caution for the first time. Joseph Grandy has issues. Let's see what happened to the 518 here. Looks like the wing on the front of the 1J is hanging off the right side. He's just dragging it along to drag it. Oh, same thing that happened to Scott King earlier tonight. And there goes the aforementioned Scotty King. So we'll slow it down. Lap 7. Halsey, Schaff, Carinta, Spangler, Duscher, Grimm, Gaines, Bowman, Thomason, Whiteman, Reynolds, Smith, Fields, Schmutz, Moody, King. The top 16 right now, Grandy and Sheridan. Sheridan is out. That car was destroyed out there, and he is not going to be able to return. And Grandy, I don't think he's going to be able to return either, as hard as he hit the fence. So I think we got our first 2 retirees about a third of the way through this thing. So we will see how we get restarted. Can Sheridan make it back? I don't think he's going to be able to make it back out. Just feel like when that thing went to tumbling, the wings all came off it. I want to get back here, though, and I do want to go look at. Schmutz finally shed the wing on the front of the car, so he has no downforce on the front end. That car is liable to get super pushy on him, because his front wing is MIA. But we're ready to go back to green flag racing. Single file coming out of turn number 4. And Halsey with another good restart. Using almost every inch of this racetrack from top to bottom as they spread out. Schaff looked to the inside, couldn't make it happen. Spangler, slider line all by himself. He gave the spot back to Carrenta. Those two not done going at each other yet. Off the high side, Spangler, big run up the back stretch. He's got the outside right now, and that seems like it's the fast way around, and he'll take over third. Spangler starting to close in on the 2 up front. Patrick Spangler to second. Will he grab first here coming out of turn 2? Halsey has to know he's there. We'll see. Does Halsey make a move to come up and close out that exit line? He sure did. Spangler cut it to the bottom. Caution once again. Ross Carrenta and Jay Schaff. Well, let's see what happens to these two. They are right behind. Oh, Schaff over the top. Carrenta gets collected. Schaff got hit by Bowman right there. And Carrenta off the racetrack as well. So that no outside wall thing, and you drop your right rear up and over, it'll bite you, and it'll bite you real hard. We've seen it multiple times tonight. You got to push it right to the ragged edge, and if you push it over, there's nothing but teeth out there. So it's still Halsey up front. Spangler, Duscher, Grimm, Gaines, the top 5. Bowman, Whiteman, Smith, Thomason, Fields through 10, and then Moody and King behind that. A lot of drivers off the track. Schmutz is off the track. Carrenta, Reynolds, Grandy. Schmutz has not officially retired. In fact, I think he is trying to roll it back onto the racetrack. We're getting ready to go green. He is going to have to hustle. He is on the racetrack. Just dropped it off pit road onto the front stretch. He'll catch the back of the field right about the time these guys fire off and go green, which is about right now. So Schmutz was at full steam. No front wing still. Apparently they couldn't get it mounted in time to get him back on the racetrack. Halsey's still out front. Spangler's second. Duscher is third. Grimm is fourth. And Noah Bowman in the 24 is in the 5th spot right at the moment. Josh Whiteman, new paint on that 5 car. We're not used to seeing him in a blue machine. It looks good on him, though. He runs in the 6th spot currently. Bowen Smith. But Spangler now around the high side. New leader, 39 car. Patrick Spangler with 13 to go. We just crossed past halfway a couple of laps ago. It looks like Halsey's car is starting to fade a little bit because here comes Brody Duscher. Just struggling to get around because Halsey just putting the car in the right spot. Contact between the 9 and the 88. That opened the door for the 91 of Matt Grimm. Grimm. Tight racing. Second, third, and fourth. Meanwhile, Spangler is getting away from these guys, and Grimm goes slider in 1 and 2, and it was not going to hold up. Too slick through the center right there. This time, Duscher up off of turn 4. He goes for the point. Then rides the berm up the front stretch, and it costs him a spot 2. He's going to get 1 back. Halsey went back to second, though. Ooh, 2.3 seconds for Spangler. He is absolutely gone right now. Duscher to the bottom. He's going to hang on to the car, but he's going to get a spot from Grimm temporarily. That doesn't hold up as he finds the berm up the front stretch. Watch these guys coming up the front stretch. There is a big mound of dirt that builds up right there. Halsey now with a gap on Grimm. Grimm is third. Duscher, Smith, Bowman. But Spangler's out of here. He's on the wave lap already. He's coming around. It's going to be 4 to go. He is out to 3.3 seconds, and he's catching the 1J. Schmutz runs 11th. Duscher and Halsey back at it again. Matt Grimm is still in this mix. Contact between Halsey. Ooh, Grimm was going to get squeezed to the inside. He turned to the car. He got it back under control. That's why we didn't get a caution. We're 2 to go. Spangler had problems because the gap is now just a couple of seconds. This is not over yet coming to the white flag. We're going to watch second and third because I think Patrick Spangler is going to be able to hang on and pick up the win. Duscher with a good move out of 4. Good run down the backstretch. Patrick Spangler off turn 4. He'll win it tonight. Halsey got back momentarily, but Duscher takes second back away at the line. Halsey will come home in third, then Bowman in fourth. Whiteman, top 5 for Josh. Grimm 6th, Thomason 7th, Moody 8th, King 9th, Schmutz was 10th, 11th was Bowen Smith, Richie Gaines in 12th, Fields 13th, Schaff 14th, 15th to Corinta, 16th Reynolds, Grandy in 17th, and Sheridan 18th. All right, we're going to try really hard to get a good angle. Yeah, that's not going to be it. That's not going to be it. We don't get too good an angle at this track, unfortunately for us, but we're going to wait. I know Mr. Duscher's made his way. We're seeing if Mr. Spangler and Mr. Halsey make their ways. There's Patrick, and now just waiting for Garrett to make his way in here. Hopefully he gets here pretty quickly. See what is going on there. We may have to come back and try to redo the interview for third place here. Well, let's go ahead and take our show on the road a little bit. Let's do second place. The 9-car Brody Duscher. Let's grab Brody. Let's get Brody in here and talk to him real quick. Brody Duscher, you got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Pretty hard fought battle all feature long, it seemed like, for the 9 car. Forward, backwards. You guys were sideways. You were rubbing each other. It looked like it was just tough sledding all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really, really good race. Unfortunately, it was kind of turned into one of those things where it's kind of one-lined. Once Patrick got out to the lead, he was gone once we were battling so hard. There was nothing we could really do about it. But yeah, I was just trying to hang on. I felt very fast on the top, but I kept getting slid, so it makes it kind of hard to, make the move stick and be able to stay in that position. But definitely happy with another second place. One of these times maybe we'll end up winning, but great run to Garrett. That was an awesome race and battle, and great run to Patrick. Good win for him. And yeah, I appreciate you broadcasting.
Well, they say you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and I've always heard you got to lose a few before you can win one. So your time is probably just around the quarter, man. Just looked like this track kind of was hammered down top. The bottom, you could get in okay, but it was really wide, slick through the middle.
Yeah, I just haven't felt great on the top here lately, and then it was just kind of one line, so I kind of got nervous once it went straight top because, it was so dominant up there. I didn't know if I'd be able to run it, but then I started kind of, feathering the throttle, not being on it so hard, and found a lot of speed, so I actually felt great up there. Yeah, it's just unfortunate it was a one-lane racetrack, but it was still a good battle and probably put on a great show, so take it.
Yeah, great show, man. Give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
Yeah, I want to thank EPI Spencer for building those setups. Those things are fast. Shout out to all those EPI guys for in Pro Series tonight. Did a great job. EPI Rooks Race Design, Tayton, Aiden, Brady, Jesse, everybody over there that helps us out at EPI, Braden, anybody else I'm missing. That's kind of it. You for broadcasting, and everybody at DSRL for making this series, be so great every week.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you back in the big cars next week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Brody Dusher finishing in second, and now let's grab our third place finisher. Garrett Halsey, got a copy.
Yeah, I got a copy. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Quick turnaround for you tonight. Weren't you over in the pro race earlier?
No, I was a spectator in that. It was a good show for sure. But yeah, I was spectating that. That was a good race.
Well, I just remembered seeing your name somewhere over there, so maybe I saw you as a spectator. But here tonight, man, it was a dogfight. I talked to Brody a little bit. It was just a dogfight. All three of you guys, back and forth, and then Patrick kind of got away from you guys.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I was holding up the field. I mean, it looked like it. I don't have any mirrors, but I could just kind of tell by the relative and the sound. I was kind of holding the guys up. But I was just trying to run where I was comfortable. I have not run a wing 360 race here in a long time, so I was just, like I said, just kind of running where I was comfortable, and I kind of just running where it was working and not making any mistakes. But yeah, Patrick got by there, and he was fast. He deserved the win.
Yeah, like I was talking to Brody, I said, man, it looked like the top was super fast. The bottom may have been okay. You just couldn't get the car to stay there because that middle groove was just slick, and it was so wide it was hard to keep a tire in all the tacky down there and suck it around the bottom. You guys were just fighting for like one piece of real estate. Yeah,
the bottom I think was really good early on. It just kind of went away as the race went on, and I hadn't, since I'd run the bottom, so much of the race early on, whenever it went to the top, I wasn't really, adjusted to it. So it took me a few laps to get it going, but once I feel like I had it going, I was all right. But yeah, the track was wide and it changed a lot, and I felt like once it did that, you could make some moves and have some really nice racing. It was a lot of fun.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for the race. It was a lot of fun, and I just want to give a quick shout out to CFM and running it's a Joey Lindgren setup from CFM. So thanks to those guys, and like I said, thanks again to you guys for putting on the race. I had a lot of fun.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. Hopefully we get to see you back next week in the big 410 cars.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Garrett Halsey finishing in the third spot, and now it took him a minute to get there. He had to pass a bunch of cars, but once he passed them and got done fighting, Patrick Spangler, whoo, you flew by everybody and you just ran away and hid.
Yeah, I almost lost it there at the end. Tried to take it to the bottom side on the lap car and just hit a slick spot and sent it like half sideways. So I got lucky. I had a big enough lead there.
Yeah, he got it out there in about 3 seconds. We were back watching. Dang it. We were back watching some stuff with the guys second, third, fourth, fifth. We come back and all of a sudden 3.3 seconds is down to like just over 2 or right at 2 seconds. Did you have a big mistake that we missed on camera, sir?
Yeah, I tried taking that lap car on the bottom of 3 and 4, and I just hit a slick spot, and it turned me half sideways. So I had to gather it back in and get on down the road on the high side again. Just a fun race, and wish we had more tracks on iRacing without walls.
Yeah, me too. Tonight we saw a lot of guys slide the right rear over the turn 4 berm up there and smack the fence. But the tracks that don't have walls, man, you have got to be precise every single lap. And it looked like you were perfect on the top side tonight.
Yeah, this is by far my favorite track and the most laps. And this is the car I run the most of the 360s. So definitely my most comfortable track and most comfortable car. And half the reason I joined the race tonight, I run a race right before this. So I'm not always able to make this race, but we finished just in time, so I could hop in here, and it's fun to race.
All right, man. Awesome run. Give me some shout-outs before we let you go celebrate.
Yeah, just you for the awesome leagues you run for the past, whoever knows how many years. Midwest Barbecue Entertainment for the sponsor. Josh Whiteman for the design on the car. And you for the awesome broadcast.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you in the big car next week if you can make the show.
All right, sounds good.
Patrick Spangler picking up your win here tonight at Lernerville. As always, great job. All these guys, can't say enough about the guys that come and run here. Every one of them, top notch. We were missing a few tonight because of the Pro Series race. A handful of them were over there, but that may be something that affects us through the rest of this year. It's okay. We'll get those 18 to 20 guys, and they'll put on a show like they did for you here right tonight, and everything will be as it is supposed to be. So please make sure you tune in tomorrow night for ERA with the mini stocks on the dirt over at Lima Land. That ought to be interesting with the little 4-bangers running around Lima, just almost wide open. That ought to be a hoot. So make sure you tune in and say hi in the chat for that. And then Wednesday night, Midwest Truck Series at Charlotte. Seems like we were at Charlotte with the DSRL guys a couple weeks ago, so ought to be pretty good. That was a good race. I expect the same out of the Midwest guys. That'll do it for us here tonight. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like you saw again here tonight, nothing for us to cover. High five and a pat on the back to everyone that is involved in making that happen. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing and down until you come see me again. You got to keep it